Good morning, YouTube friends. My name is Wendy and this is Wendy's Craft Room. It's been a while since I did a video, mostly because I wasn't feeling well and I wasn't doing a whole lot of crafting. It was just a medication that I was on was making me nauseous, and I either couldn't get through the day from being nauseous, I would take something for that, and then that would just make me so tired, so I slept a lot during the day. But anyway, hopefully that's done and we can move on. So this is Crafty Update number 17, I believe. Today is May the 8th, 2026. It's a beautiful day here in southwestern Ontario. I think it's going to be high today of 15 degrees Celsius, which is 60, 62 degrees Fahrenheit. Nice weather, mostly sunny I think today, maybe a little cloudy later, but yeah, nice weather. We have company staying with us now, my daughter, my granddaughter, and our puppy dog, our grand puppy dog. So I just took him for a walk. That was nice. I miss that about having my dog, taking him for walks and having company on your walk, you know. So that was a nice walk this morning. But as you can see, I'm still in my craft room. I didn't have to move everything. We made other arrangements, so I didn't have to pack up my yarn. So that was nice. Yeah, that's about all the life updates that I can think of anyway. So we'll get into it. So my first topic is usually my Maxim update. That's where I spin the wheel and I end up picking a yarn to work with that I had purchased at Maxim either last year at the tent sale or a previous year at the tent sale. So the most recent pick I did was this Yarnspirations all-in-one flower power, red heart, sorry. And the colorway is Katelli bronze. So that's the one that I spun. So I decided to go with this free pattern, a knitted pattern on Yarnspirations website. And what is it called? It is called the Knit Patchwork Jacket. Yeah. Like I said, it's a free pattern on Yarnspirations website. So I needed the all-in-one flower power and also an all-in-one granny square. So I picked this red heart all-in-one granny square in the colorway soft white peachy keen. And the third color I picked this Cascade Cherub Aran yarn. It doesn't give a colorway name, but it just says colorway number 73, and it's kind of a mustardy gold color. Yeah. Okay, so I've only done one other square since you've seen it last. I have good intentions every time I pull it out. I'm going to do a square a day. So I've done these two squares in the gold color. I did these two squares in the Katelli bronze, and I was talking about this is the way the square is supposed to look when you follow the directions in the pattern. So all the squares would look like this, but the downside of doing that is you're going to have a lot of waste because you have to start 8 inches into the color and then something like more than 8 inches again when you're in the color. So I decided just to let the colors flow wherever they go, and this was the second one that I did. Like, I'm happy with that. I hate waste, so I'm just going to let the colors go where they go. And so then the all-in-one granny square, according to those instructions, it's not a granny square, it's still just the mitered square. This is how the first one turned out. And once again, oh, that's this side, I think. Once again, I'm not going to waste the yarn. I'm just going to pick up where it left off and see how it plays out. So that's all I got done on that, was an extra square. So I'm not even going to make a promise. Maybe I'll work on it, maybe I won't. I don't know. But anyway, it's still going. It's in this cute bag I got from Temu. Yeah. But I'm happy with that. Let's see. So what is the next thing I worked on? Or the next section is the whip. So from my whip list, the last thing I picked was the MCal, the Stephen West MCal, which was, what's it called? Mystery Musikal. And I'm using yarn from Les Garçons. It's like a forest green. And this is like a dark teal. Love this color. And a brown. And then the fourth color I'm using is from the Green Button Jar, and this was her, I think it was called Peony. And that's very pretty speckled peachy color. So those are the colors I'm using. And I did get a fair amount more done on this. Okay, so let me see. Yeah. This is the first section. It's kind of all these scallops. And then the next section was this wavy section. And the section I'm working on, and where I was the last time you saw it, is this section. And I was here. And so I've got all this done from there. Very easy knitting, this part. It's just a lot of ends. I started sewing in my ends, but there are many, many, many to do. Yeah, so I'm loving how this looks. It's beautiful, beautiful pattern. I'd like to get in that side, that man's mind. Holy moly, eh? He's just a genius. I know there's been some more controversy surrounding him again, but I didn't pay attention to what it is. I think when you're that well known, it's very easy to get caught in drama. But anyway, he's a brilliant pattern designer. That's all I've got to say. Okay, so that's my whip section. My next section is, oh yes, my 12 cast-ons for 2026. The last time I spun the wheel, and this was what was selected. The sweater bags, which I got a kit from Maxim, and it was in the clearance section, and I mean, it was very inexpensive, and I saw these and I thought they were adorable. So I thought, yeah, this kit is using Bonbon, which is a 4-weight acrylic. It just has a color number 711997. It's a cream color. This is Premier Everyday Anti-Pilling, and this colorway is Beach. I love this. Love, love, love that. And then the other colorway was just called, oh, I had the ball band here somewhere. I think it was just called Grays or Gray Tones or something like that. but it was the anti-pilling as well. So I did get a finish on bag number 1. Look at that. Is that not adorable? What a cute little project bag. I was just this far along after the cast on, so I did from here all the way, and then went back and did the button band, the pocket, the collar, and the handle. I think that is the cutest thing. That'd be great for socks, a hat, a small shawl, any one skein project, maybe even 2. Adorable. So cute. I just love it. Love, love, love it. One thing I learned, sewing the buttons on was kind of difficult because you do the button band, then sew the button band on, and then sew the buttons on. So the next sweater, I will sew the buttons on the button band before I put it on the sweater. I think that'll be easier. So yay, I'm so happy with that finish. So cute. Ah, so cute. Okay, so that's a finish. Now I'm going to put the pattern back in the bag and put the bag back and wait until it gets spun again. Select it again to do the second bag. Oh, I just have to pause. Sorry about that. It's just the garbage truck. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to put that back in my 12 cast-on section, and we are going to respin for the next project out of that. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm getting all the advertisements now. Come on, come on, come on. I'll have a sip of my coffee. Good, good, good. Okay. Oh my goodness, this is taking a long time, this ad. Although I could watch this forever, that game. Come on, give me a... It's called Magic Sort. Waiting for a... Come on. I had it open before I started, but must have just paused. Okay, it's making me play. I don't want to do this. I do though. But not while I'm on camera. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, let me try and reopen it. Okay, spin the wheel. Here we go, same ads again. That's the price you pay for free things. English, okay. Now TikTok ad. There we go, X finally. X finally. Not another X, come on. It's asking me to select language. I don't know if it's for the wheel spin or if it's for TikTok. Oh, these ads. Goodness gracious. Mm-mm-mm. Come on. Nope. Nope. This is very frustrating. Okay, well, I'm going to put that aside and see if it goes through the ads, and then we'll get back to it later. So we have to spin for my next 12 cast-on project. Okay, so we've done whips, 12 cast-on. Now we're going to go on to cows, knit-alongs and crochet-alongs. The first one I'm going to show is, if you know Judy's Crochet, Judy's Creations in Crochet, she's a YouTube channel. She does a make-along every month. She just spins a wheel and selects a type of project or a type of stitch. No, like one month it was cables, so technique maybe. Anyway, last month in April she spun the wheel and it landed on cowl. So I did this pattern by Sunflower Cottage Crochet, and it was called a mixed toffee cowl. Very nice. Every section had different type of stitches. Very nice pattern. So this is my cowl, and I just used, whoops, some thread there. Just used scraps that I had, but it's very nice. It sits nice and it's nice and cozy, so it could be good for walking in the winter, in the fall. Yeah, so that was what I submitted last month. This month she selected wrap, so I do have a pattern that I will show you. I did this at the last minute today. Oh, here it is. And this is the one I want to do for this month. This is a kit that I had from Mary Maxim. I think it was when I did the Crochet Club. Anyway, this is a Crescent wrap. And they never say who the pattern is by. I guess it's just their property, the Mary Maxim. And the yarn that it calls for is Vanna's Choice, Line Brand Vanna's Choice. And the colorway that was in this kit was Obsidian. So it's kind of a tweedy black. Yeah. So I think that'll make a nice wrap. Yeah, so that's the wrap I'm going to do for Judy's cowl for May. All right, the next crochet along is the Jayda and Stitches blanket, and a April block or section was this Magical Forest. This I did by just carrying the colors. So I know they call it, it can be called mosaic crochet. There's a couple different mosaics, but this is one. Yeah, so I carried the color all the way across. And if you look closely, you can see the dark green in it, but I don't think you're going to look that closely. That doesn't bother me. Not in this anyway. Now, you know, I did this and then I wasn't feeling well, so I never did get to there are some, oh my goodness, it's like I turn this record button on and my language skills just go right out the window. What is it called when you knit something or crochet something and then sew it on? Anyway, little patterns, like there's a moon and a unicorn and things like that. As soon as I hit stop recording, all these words flood through my head right away. I don't know why I can't think of it. Anyway, so I know the May section is already out, so I have to do that. I also didn't do the April yet. Okay, the next crochet along is the Repeat Crafter Me, and she's doing the winter activities blanket. So yeah, that's my plans, is to get caught up with that. It's still stuck on the same ad. Okay. Okay, and what else have I done? Finally, I have made some progress on my Feel Better Friend doll. Always procrastinate doing the hair. I find the hair is the hardest part. She's going to have hair probably down to her shoulders, and then I'm going to do it in 2 braids, because that's like one of the pictures of the little girl that I have. So I did this little outfit for her. Her favorite color is pink. And take her, she has a port. This little girl has cancer, a brain tumor. So this port is for treatment, I'm sure. And she's had surgeries, so she has a scar on the back of her head and neck. So I made a scar there for her. Yeah, so she is just about done. I just need to do her hair this week. And then I also want to make something to go along with her. I'm not sure. I did start to make another little pair of pants so she could have an outfit to change into, like for the winter. But the yarn that I used didn't have enough give, and she would have been tugging too hard to try and get that on. So I discarded that project. So hopefully I can make another outfit for her maybe. And it did say that she loves Care Bears, so I'm also hoping to find a nice pattern that resembles a Care Bear and make a bear to go along with the little girl. So I do have to get on with that. I know I'm not sure if they have a deadline that they would like you to keep, but I'm sure the sooner the better for the little girl and the mom, you know, that requested it. Yeah, so I think that's it, other than I don't know why this will not. I'm just getting ad after ad after ad. I don't know. Okay. So, plans. Whenever I get to spin the wheel, I will select another project from the 12 cast-ons. I will continue working on the whip. So that's the shawl. I still have quite a fair amount to do on it. I do want to keep at it until I finish it. The Feel Better Friend doll I need to finish. Another knit along that I do usually is the dishcloth one. I have 2 patterns printed out to do dishcloths. The Barocco blanket, I have I think 4 blocks to do for that. I haven't even started it, so I don't know, but I do want to do it. I have a big ball of yarn back here. There it is. Nice turquoise. I thought it would be nice to do the whole blanket in that, and then you're going to see the block is all cables. Every block is different cable patterns. So I would like to work on that. I've been doing a lot of cross stitch. A fair amount of cross stitch, yep. But I will show that next week when I do my floss tube video. Yeah, so I guess that's it. I'm going to try and catch up with these knit alongs, crochet alongs. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to start anything new other than this wrap and whatever 12 cast on. But that's not a start because I've already casted that one on. Yeah, this is not, yeah. So, let me know what you're up to. I hope G Loves Crochet, is that your name, your channel's name, G? She's been having some bad weather, so I'm praying for you to get some, you know, stay safe and no damage in that weather. Been thinking about you. Yeah, I've been watching my usual channels. Yeah, trying to think. Well, the last book I finished was called The Lost Library. I loved that. I gave it a 5 on my Goodreads rating. It was kind of a historical, yet fantasy, I guess you could say, kind of magical. It's about, and it jumps like from the past to the present, and it's about somebody who's trying to find the lost manuscript of Emily Bronte. And then it goes back in time to about a woman who was also trying to find that, and she escaped from, I think, Great Britain and went to Ireland and had to escape a brother who was trying to marry her off. Very frustrating read in terms of women's rights, that's for sure. But it did have a nice ending. I liked the ending. Yeah, so it was interesting. It was interesting. And now I'm finishing up the 3rd book in the Housemaid series. I'm probably about 3/4 of the way through the 3rd book. Yeah, so I like those books. They're good. It's a Frida McFadden book. The Lost Bookshop. I can't remember who wrote that. Let me see. Yeah, it's in historical fiction. Evie Woods wrote the Lost Bookshop, and it looks like this. This is, you know, when March Madness comes along every year, HarperCollins book publisher, they do a March Madness, and they have brackets, historical fiction, thrillers, trending fiction, frenzy faves. Yeah. And So it works just like all the other brackets, you know, these two, and you can go and vote every week. And so it takes the winners of that book down to that, and then those two winners, and so on. And then the winner from each category goes up against each other in the end. Yeah. Yeah, there's one from, actually the Lost Bookshop went all the way to the end. Didn't win in the final, but it went all the way to the final 4. Yeah, that was 2 years ago, I think. Or 1 year ago, and this one was 2 years ago. I have them all. I had started reading, and then somebody was going to read along with me, and they got waylaid, so then I got waylaid, so I'm going back to it, and I'm going to get through all those books. So there's 64 each year. And we'll see how many I get done, but anyway, gives me something to look forward to. So let's see, this still, I don't know. So what I'm going to do is, rather than keep you waiting, I'll try and do that again later and videotape it, and then if not, I'll put it up in this one, and if not, I'll show it in the other video, or like next video. So yeah, let me know what you've been working on, what you've been reading. Yeah, do all the usual, like, subscribe, comment. That helps you get show up in the algorithms for other people. And yeah, I look forward to talking with you in the messages, and I will see you next time. Happy crafting, everyone. Bye-bye.